From the field to the studio to your eyes and ears, as Carter would say, we are back. The 816 hour, me and Keegan, Chiefs versus Bucs preview, week 4 of the NFL season. Keegan, how are you doing, man?
Great, man. Back at it. I feel like we haven't been on a podcast together in a while.
I was just about to say it has been a fat minute since me and you have sat down to talk some football. But glad to have you be able to sit down with us. Chiefs versus Colts last week. I know I talked to Carter about it. Give me your thoughts of that game. Obviously, we haven't really talked about it much.
Yeah, I got you. It's been about a week. It's just like, I don't know. Usually I'm pretty upset after Chiefs losses, but I wasn't that upset. But after a few days, I got more annoyed at it. It's just such an annoying loss.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense how the Chiefs lost that game.
Yeah, in no way should the Chiefs have been in a spot to lose that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the offense. I mean, the defense played
their hearts out, played amazing.
I mean, the defense, it's still early in the year, and we'll talk about it more later in this podcast, but the defense looks like it's top 5, like it's for real.
Yep. Like most definitely. I was going to say, I mean, this game going into the Bucs going to be huge. They're coming off their loss at home to the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Bucs are favored at 1 point, so definitely a harder game to bet on. But Bucs defense is one of the best in football. They're only giving up 9 points a game. Chiefs offense ranks 4th in points scored. So it's going to be interesting to see like that matchup aspect of it. So I'm excited to see that. But Keegan, give me your thoughts on this game going into week 4.
Like you said, brought up the defenses. I do think it's going to be a low kind of scoring a game. I mean, you think Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, maybe a shootout, but Tampa Bay's kind of beat up. Kansas City's offense didn't look too great last week. Tampa Bay has a really good defense, like you said. So I don't know how this game will go. I think it's really going to be kind of like last week's game for Kansas City, like just who can just come out with more points. The defenses are going to show up. It's what are the offenses going to do? Yeah, which is weird to say for Bucs Chiefs matchup.
Very true. Like you mentioned, that Mahomes-Brady matchup, 6th time since Mahomes has been in the NFL, which is kind of weird to think that they've already played what will be their 6th time.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's insane.
Brady obviously leads the series 3-2, but I mean, my mind, all I could think about is, if the Chiefs come out this week 4, they win this game, it's 3-3. What are the chances? Game 6, Mahomes versus Brady rematch of the Super Bowl. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Brady, send out Brady on a loss.
Passing of the torch, just like it was supposed to be 2 years ago. Who knows? Maybe.
That's my dream. That's my dream season.
I would love it. To get back on track for that Bucs game, obviously we'll just jump into the injury report. Starting off with the Chiefs, Mike Dana, he will be out with that calf injury still. Harrison Butker as well, just ruled out today. MVS, he was on the injury report with some abdomen issues. He was questionable, but he said he's likely to going to suit up. Joshua Kando, he was questionable with an illness. And then Ronald Jones, he was taken off the injury report for a couple days, but he's doubtful to play. I was really hoping we'd be able to see him suit up against his former team, against the Bucs.
Yeah, I was hoping this was a game that we used Ronald Jones, especially after how the run game was last week. I would love to see Ronald Jones suit up this week.
Yeah, I agree. For the Bucs, Chris Godwin, he is questionable, going to be a game-time decision with that hamstring injury. Russell Gage, he is also questionable with a hamstring injury. Julio Jones with that knee injury, he is likely to play, but on a snap count I've seen. Brashard Perryman with a knee/hamstring injury, he's doubtful. And then tackle Donovan Smith, he's questionable with a knee injury. Wide receiver core for the Bucs could look like Mike Evans, Cole Beasley, and Scotty Miller if Chris Godwin and Jones aren't able to suit up. So it's going to be it's a good thing that the Chiefs are facing the Bucs when they are, because I think without Trent McDuffie, with the rookie cornerback in Jalen Watson, it would have been a lot more difficult to guard Godwin and Evans compared to Evans and Cole Beasley, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, for sure. It's all about when you play them.
Yeah,
And you saw it last week. The Bucs. I think it might have been from Brady, but it might have just been, I don't know who it was from. But they said that just so many players just didn't know the playbook last week. They were just kind of guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was bad.
Oh wow, gotcha. Yeah, that week. You're talking the Bucs, right?
Yeah. Versus the Packers last week. Yeah. They were so tough. They didn't even have Evans last week.
That's absolutely wild. Leonard Fournette, he only rushed for 35 yards in that game. 2 fumbles for the Bucs. They obviously lost the turnover battle. The Packers held the Bucs to 2 of 11 on third down. They sacked Tom Brady 3 times. It's going to be huge. I know I talked about it with Carter on the Colts recap. One thing that stood out to me was the Chiefs, excuse me, these allergies. Golly, they're killing me. But the Chiefs' ability to get off the field in those big situations, I thought they did a really good job at that. So it's going to be tested again against this Bucs team that struggled last week. So hopefully those struggles can continue into this week's matchup. Keegan, I got some over-unders for you. I put down a couple. Patrick Mahomes, over-under 265 passing yards.
That's a tricky one because I feel like it's an easy over, but
you would think. I think his high this year is like a 280 or the 290 against Arizona week 1. I took the over personally. I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout.
I think so. I'm going to go over. I'll go over. I think he gets over that for sure.
I like that. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 0 yards rushing last week. Over under 36 rushing yards this week.
Over.
I love the net. I love
gotta
that.
Feed Clyde.
Running game, got to be a big thing. Travis Kelce, obviously, you've probably seen the comments he's made. Didn't play up to his standard this past week. Over under 68 receiving yards.
I'm going to go over. I feel like.
Look, he can smash in the over.
I know. I don't know. I feel like he just gets so many targets that he's just bound to hit that. You know what I'm saying?
With how good of a defense the Bucs have, I think the Chiefs are going to rely on that. Mahomes is going to use Kelce as that safety blanket more often than not.
Yeah, for sure.
I got 2 more defensive side of the ball. Nick Bolton, over under 8.5 tackles. So is he going to get 9 or more?
I hate saying over on all of them. I feel like, Nick Bolton is that guy.
He's gotten 10, 10, and 9 the past 3 weeks. So I'm smashing the over.
That's insane. It's wild to think how much better he's gotten from year 1 to 2.
The snap
so good
going up as well.
Yep, that's he's the leader.
I agree. Last guy I got for you, L'Jarius Sneed, over or under 6 tackles.
Ooh. I'm not. Ooh, that's tough because he's probably going to be.
He's all over the ball. He's all over the field.
I'm gonna go under for that one. I'll go under for that one. I'll go under
the first under. The first under. I love it. Those are all the over-unders I got for you. But give me your key matchup, something that you're excited to see.
I hate to say it again, but it's the D-line. Week in and week out, the D-line. It's a lot of the Chiefs games is going to be based on if the D-line shows up. Like last week, you saw. I hate saying it because we lost, but I mean, you saw what the D-line does. I mean, you saw it in the second half versus the Chargers game. It completely changes the game. But also, kind of like you said, Kelsey's going to be looked at more. I think this is kind of a game where they use multiple guys. And I think like Noah Gray, Jody Fortson, I think the tight end unit as a whole, I think that'll be a big game for them. But as a wide receiver group too, like you said, MBS is hurt. I would love to see Sky Moore get some love. I know he had the muff punt last week. But someone's got to step up.
Mm-hmm.
McColl, it really looks like what is it? His shin or his ankle? It looks like it's really bothering
Heel.
him. Heel. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It really looks like it's bothering him at sometimes, and I mean, he relies his game on speed. So why not give Sky Moore some love?
I would love that. I mean, I came into this year thinking that Sky Moore was going to kind of play that Debo role of last year in the 49ers offense. We'd be able to see him split out wide, but also take some rushing attempts in the backfield. I mean, who knows?
I agree. Yeah.
Would have been cool to see, but obviously there's a lot of season left. We might see that. Biggest thing I'm going to be watching for is the Chiefs run game versus the Bucs defense. I don't think it's, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I don't think it's hard to tell when the Chiefs are able to run the ball effectively. They win games. I mean, you look at the first week, they outrushed the Cardinals 126-108. That was a win. They outrushed the Chargers 93-75. That's a win. Next week, obviously, they didn't. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 0 rushing yards. Your leading rusher, I'm pretty sure, was Patrick Mahomes with 9 rushing yards. So obviously that was a loss. So the Bucs defense they rank 5th in the least amount of rushing yards given up this year, 8th in yards per carry. So obviously it's going to be rough for the Chiefs to get a rushing game going, but I think they can. I think that Clyde sees 9, maybe 10 carries. They continue to feed him, give him love. Jarrett gets in the mix with 4 to 5 carries, and then they sprinkle in Isaiah like they do. I just think the Chiefs need to continue to control the clock. I think that when Mahomes is able to use the play action pass, I think that the Chiefs are tremendously better whenever they have a run game. So
for sure.
Getting that established versus what were you saying?
They just gotta not give up on it.
Yeah. It seems like more often than not, that you look at the Chiefs and you're like, okay, third quarter, we're up 2 scores, we're up a score, whatever it is. Let's run the ball a little bit. No, we're going to pass the ball. Or we get down. They get down early. It's like, we're just going to pass it 3 straight downs. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. You can run it with Clyde. It's okay.
It gets rough at times.
Very true. But Keegan, do you have anything else? I mean, the only other thing I got is a final score prediction, and I didn't
want to say, flipping it to the other side, like you said, the Chiefs rush game.
Yeah,
we got to stop the Bucs rush game with all those wide receivers being out. I mean, how healthy is that wide receiver corps going to be? We know, Lenny out of the backfield, he can change the game a little bit if he gets going. They won't be afraid to show him some love, and you can't, force them to give it to one of these inexperienced wide receivers.
That'd be nice. I'd agree. So give me a final score prediction. Chiefs versus Bucs. Bang, bang.
I'm going to go 23-20 Kansas City.
Oh, you got a low-scoring game.
Low-scoring game, I'm telling you. I'm feeling low scoring.
I like that. Give me 30-23 Kansas City.
I love it.
That.
Need to bounce back. You got a bold prediction?
I do. I have a couple. I got a couple. So obviously, I think the Chiefs defense, I think they proved they're, again, a top 10 unit in the NFL, and they're continuing to get better defensively. I think Travis Kelce has over 150 receiving yards. We're going big. I think he has a game. I think the Chiefs have one big run that just seals the game. I think Clyde maybe busts a 50-yard run, seals it at the end, maybe a touchdown. Who knows? But I think the Chiefs get right before they find themselves back at home versus Josh Allen and the Bills. I like it.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
Any big?
I got Juju 2 touchdowns.
2
and 80 yards.
Does he have a rushing touchdown or 2 receiving?
2 receiving. I
like that.
Gotta get him involved.
Excuse me. You got anything else, man?
No, sir. I think we got it all.
Hey, if you haven't already, check us out on all of our socials at the 816 Hour, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Check out our merch at the Big Cartel / the 816 Hour. Rep your favorite local podcast during Chiefs season. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some stuff in the works. Maybe we got some stuff coming out soon. Gotta stay tuned. But Keegan, you got anything else, man?
No, sir.
We out?
Yes, sir. We out. Peace.
Peace. Oh, bang.